Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm making a small prediction video for fun. To be fair, it's super hard to predict the part 2 characters for this anniversaries or Legend Fest. Last year we had the Ultimate Gohan, which no one guessed because we had Majin Buu Saga part 1 and you would have thought that we don't have Majin Buu Saga part 2. Similarly, part 2 last year for Fest we had the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and it was very random. I would have guessed someone else, to be honest, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku or something like that. But let's just give an idea of the themes that we will have. In this video, I will give a lot of different characters that we could have, themes, and at the end, I will give my final prediction for what's coming for part 2, and hopefully you get one or two correct. Every year, like for part 2, the common denominator, is that we get movies. Part 2 of third anniversary, we got this Revival Gohan. Part 2 of 4th anniversary, we got Dragon Fist. Part 2 of 5th was Gamma and Orange Piccolo. And last year we got God Goku plus Ultimate Gohan, which wasn't movie, but we at least got one movie banner. So I think this anniversary we will get at least one movie banner. I would say maybe two. And we haven't got any movie buff since like Legend Fest with Beast Gohan. And actually, he just returned Beast Gohan, so maybe it's a hint. Let's see. First of all, I think we might get some superhero with the tag Power Awaken Piccolo and Ultimate Gohan. Not the orange version and the Beast version, just this tag. And maybe he goes Super Saiyan in the tag. And I would say probably an orange Piccolo on the Legends Limited animation, maybe. However, I don't think we get like a solo orange Piccolo unless they're going to introduce a new mechanic with a giant form. Perhaps you could get him, and I will talk about it a little bit more later. And you can pair him up with Gamma 1 and 2, not a tag this time, just a Gamma 2 that will start the fight, and then he will die, revive to Gamma 1 with a limit break or armor break. I don't remember the attack name. And after that, the LL animation of Gamma 1 will be Cell Max, and he will kill the enemy, same as like this one, tag character. And last time it was the Piccolo who was the revive, but this time the Gammas will be the revive, and the tag character will be Gohan Piccolo. They will go giant, maybe on the LL animation with Orange Piccolo, and in this animation they will go giant with Cell Max. If we don't get superhero or movie, maybe we get future. I think future is very likely and it's super slept on. We got so many future buffs last fest and across 2025, but perhaps they want one last future buff to finish the team. Like last year with Majin Buu Saga, we got so many characters, and even we got the Majin Buu Saga celebration before Fest, but they dropped Super Saiyan 3 randomly in part 2 of Fest to finish up the team. They could do the same with Sword of Hope Trunks. He's the last future character that we didn't get from the Zamasu Saga or the Future Trunks arc in DBS. So probably we can get him, and we can get like a 1% Goasu and Zamasu, and it could be a very good pick for a part 2 of Fest. Other than that, you can get the Trunks. I don't think it's super likely, but maybe they want to drop the Trunks and buff Cell Saga a little bit more. And the Super Saiyan Goku from the Cell Saga might return on his banner. Similarly, the tag Gohan and Trunks can return in the banner and he could drop. Other than that, we can also get Z movies, and I think Hybrid is coming for this part 2 for sure. There is so many Gohans that they can do, and they could do a Gohan family Kamehameha. We still don't have it in the game, we just got the old Gotenks one. And it could be a very realistic pick. Another character is this Gohan. We had the third anniversary one. Maybe they want to redo it with a new one that starts as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and the Zencab of the purple one. Very possible, but I think this is more likely and Sword of Hope is more likely. Even this is more likely, to be fair. Let's go away from Gohan. Maybe they want to buff GT again. I don't think it's super likely because GT is not super good right now, and him dropping alone would not help the team, so So it's not really a likely scenario, but it's possible. Maybe they drop full power Super Saiyan 4, a 1% oob that will help the team, at the Zenkai like Tag Force, 1% unique equipment for Ultra Spirit Bomb Goku, and the GT team will be back in some capacity. They could drop like in September another GTLF like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and the team will be complete again. Next is gonna be another super movie, and it's the Broly movie. I think we can get these two characters as LF, dual LF banners. We got Broly. It's been so long we haven't got any Broly. Finally, it couldn't be finally the LF transforming Broly that we didn't have for a long time. We just have the 1%, and we can get a very good Super Broly. Finally, we get some powerful opponent buffs. During anniversary, we only get very good character, which is annoying. This guy also will be powerful opponent. And the other one is this tag character. Last year we got the Super Saiyan Blues as a tag and transformed to Gogeta Blue. Maybe this year we got the Super Saiyan God, which could be decent, but I wouldn't like it too much because it could be a repeat from 1 year ago. And we already have two tag characters from this movie. Now, another thing I think that could happen is giant characters. They're teasing a new raid boss event or something like that, because they're saying go clear this stage of the story, which we already need to do normal raids. I don't know why they are like asking people to do it. So perhaps they're doing a new type of raid and they want people to be ready for it. And the only thing I can think of like a new type of raid is giant characters. So maybe we get giant characters, and if it's the case, double giant banner could be possible with Goma. Maybe he can be a giant character, and he's like very on theme with Daima ending like few months ago, and they will buff Daima again, which is annoying, but very possible. This is something like they do every time, is they buff a tag over and over and over and over until it's saturated, like a Unirep 2 years ago or a Majin Buu Saga last year, and so on. Other than that, you can get these two guys. One of them can be the giant character, even both. Double Banner, Superhero, Giant Cell Max, and Giant Orange Piccolo. And they can fight in some capacity as giant characters for a couple of counts, maybe. I would see a giant mechanic like hits time skip. Like you click the giant button, and then they will fight for giant for 5 count like this. You won't fight against the giant character you own, but he will just attack the enemy, and when the time skip ends, they will come back to normal. For example, we can have a Gamma that will click the giant button and he will transform to Saiyan Max. He will attack the enemy for a couple of seconds, and then he will come back to normal after the gauge is over, similarly to hit time skip. Next is gonna be Giant Janemba. For example, if they want to do Future Reborn, they can do a normal Super Gogeta and Giant Janemba like this, and it could be a very good pick. But I'm not sure they will do Super Gogeta for part 2, maybe part 3, so they could do Super Janemba after Ani, like Omega last year or Cell 2 years ago. Finally, I think this is a very slept on pick, and that's the Metal Cooler movie. We had the Metal Cooler movie for Dokkan 3 years ago, and it was really a good hit. So they could do a Metal Cooler that goes giant in his active, like Cell Max or Orange Piccolo, and they will do a tag Goku Vegeta as the second banner. It will be really good, to be fair. I think it will be a good pick, and a lot of people will enjoy it, even if it's not double good guys or double Saiyans. Now let's go to the picks I think that will be coming for part 2, and maybe the one that I want, and another that I think is logical, and it's gonna be Piccolo Tagohan. That's the one that I want for part 2, or just a singular Orange Piccolo. A good 1% they can do is Krillin with 18 assists. The other character I think is gonna be Trunks. I really think Future is gonna get a buff. I don't know why, but it's just a feeling. And it's gonna be double hybrid. They like to do a similar theme like part 1. Double Godki. He will be the last Future buff for a while and finish up the team. He will also be helped with Cell, who will return in 2 weeks. And we're gonna have a Goasu slash Zamasu assist, which is gonna be the 1%. Finally, I think it's gonna be Revival Gohan Uzankai. He was an Ani LF, plus his hybrid like the two characters, and it's really a good pickup to do, especially if they're gonna buff hybrid a lot, and we're gonna have movie for sure. He's an Ani LF, he fits the bill for everything. Probably he's gonna be the Zenkai. Another Zenkai that can do is the Cooler, Fred Cooler. He's a movie too. They can do a platinum equip for someone like Red Broly, maybe. If they do the trio Kamehameha, he could be a good pick. And probably the last Zenkai they can do is Beast, the Blue Beast Gohan, and he will fit the team too. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.